Good morning, all. Have a blessed day. Welcome you all to a two-day webinar series on mathematical modeling and applications organized by Department of Science and Humanities, RMK College of Engineering and Technology. Thanks to the development in technology, humanity is able to benefit even from a pandemic like COVID-19. It has given us an opportunity to enhance our knowledge and understanding of our field of interest. Today's session of the webinar will focus on different aspects of mathematical modeling in virology, thereby deepening our knowledge of the subject. Now, I request Dr. K. S. Selvakumaran, Professor, Head of the Department of Science and Humanities, to welcome all to the webinar.
Beloved Principal, the resource person of today's webinar, Dr. R. Pugalarasu, Head of Mathematics Section, IBRI College of Technology, Sultanate of Oman. Participants from various parts of the country, organizing committee members, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's a pleasure and privilege to be a part of RMK College of Engineering and Technology. The college has been approved by the All India Council for Technical Education, New Delhi, and is affiliated to Anna University, Chennai. The college offers 4-year undergraduate courses, namely BCSE, ECE, EEE, and Mechanical Engineering. All the programs are accredited by NBA for 3 years and accredited by NAC with the A grade. The founder chairman, Vidya Ratna Sri R.S. Muniratnam, a former 3-term elected member of the State Assembly of Tamil Nadu, is well known for his philanthropic attitude and service-oriented hard work. The college has secured the IST Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan National Award for an engineering college having best overall performance for the year 2015 and holds platinum category in the AICTE CII survey. 161 university ranks have been bagged since inception, which includes 1 gold medal and 1 second rank. RMK CET is one of the top 10 engineering colleges in academic excellence and retains the glory year after year. And also one of the top 5 colleges in the state with average placement record of 85% consistently. 27 MOUs have been signed with industries, universities abroad, and other institutions for academic and collaborative research. And 10 centers of excellence function effectively to make students company ready. At this juncture, I'm happy to welcome you all for this wonderful seminar by Mathematics Section of S&H Department. I extend a hearty welcome to Dr. R. Pugalarasu for today's session, and I thank him for accepting our invitation to be a resource person. I am happy to welcome our beloved principal, Dr. T. Rangaraja, who always stands by us. I further extend my hearty welcome to the enthusiastic participants gathered across the country. Further, I request the participants to fill the feedback form with utmost clarity and correctness. A digital certificate is ensured only for those participants who attend both days of the webinar series and submit the feedback form on time. Wishing you a great day ahead. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. J.
It's my immense pleasure to introduce today's chief guest, Dr. Pugalarasu Rajan, Head of Max Section, IBRI College of Technology, IBRI, Sultanate of Oman. Dr. Pugalarasu completed his BSc and MSc in Sacred Heart College, Tirupattur, MPhil degree in Loyola College, Chennai. He has completed his doctorate in the field of difference and differential equations from University of Madras in the year 2011. Dr. R. Pugalarasu is having 22 years of teaching experience and 15 years of research excellence in the field of difference and differential equation, queuing networks, and functional operators. He has published nearly 18 papers in the reputed journals. Under his able guidance, 2 students or doing research at present. He has published 3 books: Probability and Queuing Theory, Probability and Random Process, Engineering Mathematics, and the Tata McGraw-Hill publications. Dear friends, today we have eminent personality with us. Dr. Pugalarasu is going to give a view on mathematical mathematical modeling in virology today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was quite exciting to know about the extraordinary achievements of our speaker. In virology, over to the speaker, please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thanks, Salokuman sir, for a nice welcome address, and thanks, Mr. Leo, for introducing me. I am Dr. Pugalarasu for this today's presentation on mathematical model in virology. I hope this topic is an apt one for this current situation. Before going to start my presentation, I want to thank the management of RMK Institute of Technology, RMK group of institutions, and then organizing committee of this today's webinar for inviting me to deliver this today's presentation on mathematical modeling in virology. So we have the following topics for this today's presentation. First one, we are going to discuss about the introduction, and then classification, stability concept, Ruth Harvard's criterion for stability, Lebanov stability concept, Lebanov global asymptotic stability theorem, and finally, we are going to discuss the mathematical model of malaria viral infection due to Anaphorus mosquito dynamics with stochastic perturbation. As we know that, I think all of you know what is virus. So in this during this pandemic, I think everybody knows that the virus. Even small kids also they knows, right? Because they affected a lot. As we know, viruses are microscopic organism, generally smaller than bacteria. Normally it is smaller than bacteria and able to multiply only within the living cells. There are many viruses that infects our body. We can say human immunodeficiency virus, that is HIV, hepatitis B virus, that is HBV, hepatitis C virus, that is HCV, SARS, etc. These viruses causes infectious diseases to millions of people all over the world and create major global health problems that we are facing today. All over the world, the government and private companies spends enormous amount of money in healthcare and disease control. In this situation, many mathematical models have been proposed and developed to describe the dynamics of this infectious disease, establish strategies to control their evolution and spread. We can say these mathematical models are formulated by the tools called ordinary differential equation, delay differential equations, partial differential equation, fractional differential equation, and then we can say many things. Mathematical models in virology are vital tools in understanding the biological phenomena better. Understand the importance of assumptions of the biological process. So the mathematical model is very important and very applicable in virology to understand the importance of the assumptions of the biological process. What is mathematical model? A mathematical model is a description of a system using mathematical concepts and language. Mathematical modeling is a process of developing such mathematical models. Mathematical models are more extensively used in natural sciences, engineering, social sciences, and etc. A model can help to explicate their system and to investigate the effects of dynamics with the different parameter values and to make forecasts concerning the properties of system such as quantitative and qualitative. As I said, ordinary differential equation is one of the important tools in developing mathematical models. So the ordinary differential equation based on mathematical models helps us forecast the impact of interventions such as cell depletion, treatment on virus population dynamics. Through this mathematical modeling, we can recommend many things to the public health related policies. This mathematical modeling is a fundamental thought by Dr. Kapoor in the year 1975 on his title Mathematical Modeling. With this small introduction, we'll go to our classification. So here I have two classifications. One is deterministic and non-deterministic. The first one, deterministic. A deterministic system is a system in which randomness is absent. That means no disturbance for the advancement of future states. It usually gives the same results for given initial condition. That means we can say no noise. Otherwise, for an example, if you ride a motorcycle, it will run continuously without any noise or disturbance. It is coming under that deterministic. A deterministic model possibly takes the representation divided by the differential equation. We can take the differential equation x dot equal to f of x comma t. Here the function f of x comma t, it may be linear or non-linear, where the function f of x comma t gives the mathematical model described for the system. We can ignore random variations and try to formulate mathematical equations describing the basic fundamental relationship between the variables of the problem. So in this model, we can ignore the random variable, but we can find the relationship between the variables of the problem. In the virology population model, we would aim to obtain an equation relating birth rate and death rates, which themselves are related through equations to the population size at a given time t. The deterministic model can provide valuable insights to a process. That means what happened inside the system. The deterministic model provides, otherwise we can find what is happening inside the system or in the process. The second one, non-deterministic system. It is a system involving a perturbation which makes the multiple possible outcomes for each input, and so the exact outcome cannot be forecast in advance. We can say here, during the infection, if a patient is infected by a virus, during the infection, the patient can't get any infection or side effects. I make it clear? During the infection period, maybe the patient can infected or getting side infection, maybe because of the vaccine or because of the virus. It takes the form dx equal to f of x comma t into dt. This is a normal condition, plus the function g of x comma t into dw of t. This is during infection period, where g of x comma t is the perturbation centered around the positive equilibrium using change of variables, and w of t is the white noise entering the system. We can try to establish probability of certain outcome based on the available data by using stochastic or probabilistic models. If you allow some randomness, suppose if you allow some disturbance to the system, in sum of coefficient of differential equation, we obtain more realistic. If you're going to allow randomness, otherwise disturbance to the system, we can obtain more realistic mathematical model of the situation. We can consider an example here. Consider simple virus population growth. It is simple virus population growth described by the differential equation dn by dt. It is equal to a of t into n of t. N of 0 is constant here, where n of t is the size of the population at a time t. A of t is the relative rate of growth at the given time t, subject to some random environmental effects. We have a of t equal to r of t plus noise. We are considering noise here due to some random environmental effects, where r of t assumed to be non-random and the exact behavior of the noise term is not known. Here we can say the exact behavior of the noise term is not known. Now, by the above equation number 3, equation number 3 is not 1.2. This is why equation number 3. Equation number 3 we can modify it as dn by dt equal to, in the place of a of t, we can replace r of t plus noise. So r of t plus noise into n of t. So in more general, we can write the above differential equation as dx by dt equal to b of t comma x of t plus sigma of t comma x of t into noise. Here b of t is nothing but our r of t, as like our previous equation, and the sigma of t comma x of t is n of t, where b and sigma are some given functions. So these two are the given functions. Now let us represent wt, otherwise we can say omega t, as a generalized stochastic process that is called white noise process. Now the above equation can be modified as dx by dt equal to b of t comma xt plus sigma of t comma xt into w of t, that is white noise process. In the place of w of t, we can replace it as w of omega of t also, which is known as stochastic differential equation. This is very important one. Stochastic differential equation. Normally, we cannot solve this stochastic differential equation directly. We cannot solve this equation directly. So here we are going to solve this stochastic differential equation by using Ito's differential equation. I explain what it is in the next slide. Now we can assume omega of t or w of t has the following properties. What are the properties for white noise process? W of t1 and W of t2 are independent when t1 not equal to t2. And the second, W of t, otherwise is the third one, WT. The key to find the solution of many stochastic differential equation, as like what we define in equation number 7, is the Ito's formula in differential form, which is below. This is modified equation of 7 by using Ito law. So dxt equal to b of t comma xt into dt plus sigma of t comma xt into dwt. So this is we can say a more general stochastic differential equation. This equation is more general stochastic differential equation. Now we can discuss about linear system. Everybody knows that what is linear system. A set of two or more linear equations dealing with the same parameters can be grouped as linear system. Secondly, we can frame linear system of differential equation based on the features and properties of the system. So based on the features and the properties of the system, we can frame the linear differential equation. So next one, the research scope. We'll discuss here the equilibrium solution. By an equilibrium solution, we mean the solution in which the other solution tends to approach or moves far away in the opposite direction when time tends to infinity. What does this mean? After an injection, if suppose a patient takes an injection, when time t tends to infinity, the body condition of the patient becomes normal and the temperature becomes normal. Specifically, at those points, the equilibrium solution does not depend on time t. In the points of equilibrium, the solution does not depend on time t. Maybe it depends on some other parameters. Based on the attraction of the solution, equilibrium is classified into 3 cases, such as stable, unstable, and semi-stable. So we are going to discuss in the coming slides. Especially an equilibrium point is a constant. The equilibrium point is nothing but a constant for the different. equation. And what is equilibrium point? For a differential equation, which takes the format as we defined earlier, dx by dt equal to f of x comma t. If the function f of x comma t equal to 0, based on the eigenspectra, we can find equilibrium point in 4 categories. Number 1, when all the eigenvalues are positive real part, then we think the equilibrium is hyperbolic. Second case, if all eigenvalues have real parts, previous all values have positive real parts. Now, if all eigenvalues have real negative parts, then the equilibrium point is stable. Third one, the equilibrium point can be regarded as unstable if at least one eigenvalue has positive real part. At least one should be real part, maybe others negative. The fourth, if the eigenvalues are of opposite sign, one is positive and another one is negative, is what opposite sign, 2 minus 2, 3 minus 3, like that, then the third point exists. Then we exit the equilibrium. The third point equilibrium exists in this case. Stability. I think all know that the concept of stability we will have stability originates in mechanics. Let us consider equilibrium of rigid body. Let us consider equilibrium of rigidity. If the body returns to original position, then we can say the is called stable. If the body is not replaced, otherwise not come to the original position, if we have slight displacement in the position of the body, then we can say the equilibrium is unstable. We can explain through examples. This is, I think, no need. It is a common example. Everybody know that the example for stability. So we'll move to the next slide. In the next slide, we are going to discuss about Routh-Hurwitz's criterion for stability. What is Routh-Hurwitz's criterion for stability? Let us consider the polynomial Q of lambda equal to the characteristic equation, D equal to the determinant of the given system or matrix, where Bk equal to 0 and that is for k less than 0 or k greater than n, then the roots of the equation, of the above equation, Q of lambda equal to 0 or negative or have new real parts. The equation have negative or negative real parts if b I greater than 0 for I. And leading principal minus I or means D1 equal to D1 should be positive. D2 is equal to, this one is also positive. D3, leading principal minus for D3, this is positive, like that we can do. conditions satisfied, above conditions satisfied, then the matrix E, whose characteristic equation is Q lambda equal to 0, is called Hurwitz table. Hurwitz table only for local stability. To find the local stability, we can use table. That implies the following. What are the conditions? Number one, if the classification is quadratic, that is Q of lambda equal to the quadratic equation, then B is greater than 0, B1 0, and B greater than 0 are the necessary and sufficient conditions that the roots of the equation Q of lambda equal to 0 are negative or negative real parts. The condition, if the equation is cubic, that is Q of lambda equal to and cubic equation, then that is positive, B1 is positive is greater than 0, as well as B1, B2 minus
Excuse me, sir.
B0, B
Well, sir.
greater than. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
It's breaking.
Yes, sir.
My network is clear, ma'am.
Yeah, now it
Okay.
is okay.
If it is continue, please tell me, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. So for this condition, the roots of the equation Q of lambda equal to 0 are negative or have negative real parts. Now we are going to define Lebanov stability concept. Previously, we defined Hurwitz table, that is for local stability. Now we are going to define Lebanov stability concept. This is for global stability. This is global asymptotic stability. System 9 is globally asymptotically stable if every trajectory x of t tends to x star as t tends to infinity. As t tends to infinity, the equilibrium states becomes asymptotically stable. What is local asymptotic stability? The system 9 is local asymptotically stable at x if there exists a greater than 0 such that as t tends to infinity, that means not get equilibrium in this state but near to the equilibrium point. Now we have positive defined definition. This is a very important function to define. A function b from R to R is called positive definite condition. Number one, v of x is positive, v of x is 0, x equals 0, v of x tends to infinity, x to infinity. The very important condition for Lebanov function, if in Lebanov function, we have to follow one important condition, that is the defined function should be positive, but its derivative should be negative. This is an important condition to define Lebanov function. Now we can find Lebanov global asymptotic stability theorem. Lebanov global asymptotic stability theorem. Suppose there is a function, we already defined the function v from r power n to r, such that the important condition is v is positive, the function is positive, and the very important thing is the derivative of the function should be negative. Every trajectory system converges to the origin, it turns to infinity. System is globally asymptotically stable at x star. Of method stability for y. If the total energy of a polynomial, thus if the system has a local minimum, a certain equilibrium point, their pointers to be stable. Lebanov generalized this principle by extracting the function v of x to x3. We have generalized the function v of x to x3, whose rate of change is given by this v is dv by dt equal to dou v by x1 plus dx1 by t. By applying total derivative, get the derivative of v. And this as dou v by x1, this dx1 by t can replace as x1 x3. Then d dou v by x2 into f2 of x1 x2 x3, and the third one is dou v by dou x3 into f x1 x2 x3. Let's function. A function v of, we know v of x1 x2 x3 positive with the property that the derivative of v is negative semi-definite if
Excuse me, sir.
v of x1 is
Sir, voice is breaking, sir.
ma'am.
His voice is breaking, sir. Your voice is not
Ma'am,
clear.
my network is so good, ma'am. Actually, my network is okay. It's no problem. Others, ma'am, also feeling same.
Okay, sir. Continue. Okay, thank you, sir. Continue your presentation. Okay.
For x1, x2, x3, and v of x1, x2, x3 is 0, or x1, x2, x3 is 0, Lebanov. So here, generalize the Lebanov principle for the function of x1 star, x2 x3 star. So similarly, you can define the derivative like this of generalized principle. We are going to define the main part of the operation. So we define our theorem and probability. Now we are going to the main part. We're discussing the main part of today's presentation. The medical model of malaria viral infection due to Anaphorus mosquito dynamics. We have a model, mathematical model for Anaphorus mosquito life cycle. Anaphorus mosquito is a mosquito causes for malaria. So to modeling, having the following assumptions. The assumptions are very important for this model. The first one is the population of Anaphorus mosquito life cycle consists of, actually this the life cycle. Okay, this is a cycle. So we have two life cycles here. One is adult, next stage is egg, next is larva and pupa. These are 4 stages available for the life cycle of the Anaphorus mosquito. In every stage, neutral stage, there will be a neutral day each stage. In stage adult, larva, and pupa, there will be a natural day. We can call the mu uniformly. Second one, D an existing patient. B is natural birth rate adult stage. This is important. B is natural birth rate at the adult stage. The fourth one, K is the controller exists at the rate alpha. I'll explain you what the controller for this model. So this is the controller in the egg at the rate of alpha. What control we are going to introduce here? Yes, controller in last stage at the rate of down. So this is the flow diagram of plus mosquito cycle. And this is very important here to this model. So first one, we have exit property. So here we have this property. Here E is nothing but the stage. B of T is the stage for egg. Here the L of T, the stage of larva, and T of T, the stage for pupa. You can say X of T, that is A of T as X1, B as X2, T as X3, P of as X4, K as X5, the control S as X6. Explained here, existing population, we are reaching X1, that is adult stage. In this adult stage, there will be a what? A death rate, the common death rate that we call mu. The adult stage, it's reaching the state in the rate of eta. In this rate, there will be a what? Common rate. What happened? We cannot get all the egg producing in rice larva. Egg rate converted as larva. Otherwise, will be destroyed by process. Fish, frog eat. So this is the common stage. The very important is here the control K, controlling the play the egg. Maybe fertilize use any medicine to control pesticides to control. So this is called the control. So the control K controlling the this is the in the rate of alpha. Sorry, this is gamma. Next one, from B of T to LE at the rate of sigma. Rate of T, we have common death rate, that is mu. Here we have a controller called S, controlling the growth of the larva, the rate of alpha. The important here is a beta. So the beta is a loop here. What is here? Not the larva stage. The mature larva will eat the immature larva for his own growth. So in this is also is one of the reason to reduce in the larva. Okay, so the rate here is beta. Next comes the larva at rate of lambda. In this stage, we have death rate, that is from this stage, the cycle will continue, will reach the stage at rate of. So this the flow diagram of Anaphorus mosquito cycle. Now, using the flow diagram, we can define mathematical model of Anaphorus mosquito cycle. Very easy to define all these system equations. In our 6 states, x1, x3, x5, x6. For each stage, we can develop a differential equation. So this is called mathematical model of Anaphorus mosquito cycle. Here already I told you x is the number of time. X2 is the number of x at t, and xt the number of log at t, x4 is the cube at time t. We already defined and discussed. X5 is the control at x stage, x6 is the control at R stage. D is the battle state, C is the initial population x5. D is the state population of x6. Eta is the rate of adult mosquito proceed. Means transmitting the egg. Rho is the rate of the two adult mosquito. Rho is the what? Common death rate. Now we can modify the above model as x1 is common for eta, so take it out. The second equation mu is common for x1 and x5, the x is common for rho and mu. In the third equation, x is common for mu and rho, and x3 is common for mu and sigma. So like that, we can modify the above, that is the system of equation number 3. Now we are replacing a equal to eta plus mu and equal to rho mu, q equal to mu plus beta, and s to mu minus rho. Placing the value a, r, q, and s, so equation we get dx1, dx2, dx3 up to 5 by like this. Now, IBRI and local stability analysis. So now we are going to discuss the local stability analysis for this model. So first is so E1 in that one x2, x3, x5, x6, but we know the above equation. If you go to the above equation, it dx1 by dt equal to 0 by equating each equation to 0. So here the system of equation, it's for x1, x4 automatically is 0, so that we can find x1. So here the x1 b n by a, other variables will be 0. Like that, second equilibrium state, here we get x2, where the remaining will be 0. The third state we get x3, the remaining will be 0. So like it goes on, we'll get up to E6. E6 will get x. Now, finally, the equilibrium not equals to equal to 0. So now we have equilibrium. We have to solve the system of equation by one. Finally, we get x1, x2, x star up to 6 star and the value p. So now global stability analysis. The global stability analysis. Global stability analysis. The interior equilibrium is globally stable. We have d n plus rho x4 minus x1 into x1 minus x1 star. This value equal to star, then star is asymptotically stable like the remaining. So if you're going to put these values in our previous equation, 18, we'll get rho mu value, s value, c and d values. Now we find the Lebanov function for e x1, x2, x6. As you know, this is a user-defined function. You define the function as status, where li 2, 2, 3, 2, 6, as we have stages in the life cycle. We can find the derivative of V is equal to summation 1 to Li xi dot by xi minus xi star. But if you find derivative of V, will let we are derivate the above function is also the same derivative. Now, if you go to equation number 47, we'll get the dV equal. Here, see that the dV is equal to real net part. Each and every part are real net. So, the dV is that. The largest at which dash equals 0 is the equilibrium point, and by Lassel's invariance principle, by applying the principle, each star is globally stable. For asymptotic stability of systems, Lassel's invariance principle. By this principle, we can say that it is fully asymptotically stable. That means we find that V is positive and that derivative of V is negative. So what we conclude here is no mutation in cell growth as well as population will reduce. As star is globally asymptotically stable, we can say no mutation in cell growth, population will reduce in this stage. This is called the mathematical model by using our differential equation. So now we discuss the focus, otherwise future scope. And we define a mathematical model for area. We can define, otherwise we can a mathematical model for fractional or difference for COVID-19, mathematical model for effect of COVID human society. Actually, my future plan, I started to make a mathematical model for COVID-19. Already models are available. So we can make a model for COVID-19 and we can use fractional or the equation for COVID-19. And the third one is analyze. We try COVID-19 the human society, how the COVID-19. This is the future mathematical model. Maybe you can say because this recent trend make a mathematical for COVID-19. Just to recap our today's presentation, we discussed the importance of mathematical model, important difference equation in mathematical modeling. Then we discussed the concept of Lebanov stability, the malaria model. Then finally we discussed the research in the previous. So these are references from my presentation. So these are available in the website. So you can go through that. So thanks for this opportunity. Thanks for patience. I hope all of you got something through this mathematical model in virology. It will help you to your mathematical model for the. Thank you so much. God bless you. Stay safe.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the very interesting session. Now it's time for queries. Dr. S.M. Chitra, Associate Professor of Mathematics, will ask Dr. Pugalarasu Rajan the queries and doubts raised by the viewers.
Thank you, ma'am. A pleasant morning to all the wonderful people who made this event your majestic attainment. First of all, I would like to show appreciation and thankfulness to Dr. Pugalarasu Rajan for his outstanding presentation. As questions is an integral part of your presentation, here are few questions which are posted by the participants in the chat box, sir. Sir, it would be grateful if you could clarify the doubts. Sir, the first question, can you explain the classification of mathematical modeling? Is asked by Dr. Manikam from Veltech University, Chennai. Sir?
Oh, I am. Thanks for this question from the audience. So the question is classification of mathematical modeling. Actually,
Yes,
we discussed two mathematical modeling in my presentation, that is deterministic, non-deterministic. Actually, in this mathematical modeling, we have a variety of variables. We can say decision variable, input variable, state, exogenous variable, and a random variable. So based on the available information, before going to make a mathematical modeling, the researchers normally they're saying two models. One is black model, another one is white model. They are classifying this mathematical modeling in two stages, otherwise two types. One is black model, another one is white model. Black model, if there is no prior information, before you're going to start your mathematical modeling, if enough informations are not available, then the particular model is called a black model. The second one, before going to start your mathematical modeling, if all necessary informations are available, then we can say it is white model. So these are the class. Normally, the researchers classifying the mathematical model. Deterministic, non-deterministic are as we classified in our presentation. Otherwise, in general, they can say, otherwise we can say black model or white model. Is clear, ma'am?
Thank you, sir. So the next question, how to find local stability and global stability, sir? It's from Saravana Prabhu, Chennai. How to find local stability?
Local stability.
Global stability.
Local and global?
Stability, sir.
Ma'am?
Sir, how to find local
that is
stability?
the, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That is the thing. In our presentation, we had a discussion regarding Harvard's criterion. Harvard's criterion for local stability. To analyze the local stability, we can use Harvard's table. For analyzing the global stability, we can use Lebanov's stability concept. That's why in our entire presentation, we described Lebanov's stability concept to analyze the stability.
Thank you, sir. So the next question, can we use this model to analyze the spread of other diseases? Is asked by Dr. Kavita from St. Peter's University.
Of course, ma'am. That is the thing I said in the end of the presentation. Actually, this is a basic model. I explained only the mosquito life cycle, mathematical model for mosquito life cycle. Like that, plenty of mathematical models available for the in the field of virology. For example, HIV, for SARS, for COVID-19, now only they're developing mathematical model, but already plenty of mathematical models available for HIV, HBV, that is hepatitis B virus, hepatitis C virus, and everything. So you can use the same mathematical model concept to analyze the other viral diseases? Of course, we can.
Thank you, sir. So the next question, what is the condition for Lebanov function? Is asked by
Yeah, so
Devi.
yeah, so this is a very important thing. Actually, our entire presentation we used a Lebanov function. We defined the Lebanov function. Through the Lebanov function only we reach the stability of the system. So while defining the Lebanov function, we should follow very important condition is the defined function should be positive. In our presentation, otherwise in this model we define the function b and it is positive. The defined function should be positive, but at the end the derivative of the particular function should be negative to analyze the stability.
Okay, sir. So the final question, sir. Can you explain the Anaphorus mosquito life cycle?
Anaphorus mosquito life cycle.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is okay. We discussed in our presentation. Okay, so this is my mathematical model. It's a life cycle of Anaphorus mosquito. This is the mosquito causing for malaria. As we discussed in our presentation, here we have 6 stages. The first stage, it is adult. The second stage, it is that is our egg. Third one, it is our larva stage, and it is a pupa stage. So these are the 4 stages. So apart from that, here we are introducing 2 controller controlling the life cycle, otherwise the growth of the Anaphorus mosquito. So one controller is K, another controller is S. I kept one controller for the stage egg. So because the egg is the important thing, through egg only we are getting that mosquito. So if you're going to reduce or eradicate the egg stage, maybe we can prevent, otherwise we can control the multiple of the Anaphorus mosquito. So I kept that one controller K for the stage egg, and another controller in the stage of larva. Okay, so in the controller is called S. So the controller maybe is a kind of medicine, otherwise pest killers. So whatever it is, so this one control the growth of the egg in stage 2, and yes, it will control the growth in stage 3, that is called the larva. I think this is, that in the adult stage, in each and every stage, we have common death rate. So we already defined the common death rate as mu. From adult stage to egg stage, the ratio is eta. From egg to larva with the rate of sigma. In this the egg state, we have mu, that is a common death rate, and moreover we have a controller. So to control the multiple of the eggs. The third stage, that is called larva. In this larva, we have a common death rate, we have a controller, as well as another the decreasing agent, that is the larva. The matured larva will eat the immature one. From the larva to pupa, so at the rate of lambda, here in this pupa, there will be a common death rate. We cannot say that 100% pupa are converted into adult state. Definitely there will be a death in the pupa stage. We can call that rate is mu. From pupa to adult, then the cycle, it will continue. It will continue. This is our flow diagram, flow chart of the Anaphorus mosquito life cycle. So for this life cycle, we developed a mathematical model, and we proved that we reach the stability of the system.
Thank you so much, sir, for clarifying all our doubts with utmost care and patience. Now, we are moving on to the last part of the session, vote of thanks. Respected principals, esteemed resource person for the day, Dr. Pugalarasu Rajan, head of Maths section, IBRI College of Technology, Oman. I deem it as a privilege to have asked to propose vote of thanks on this occasion. First and foremost, I thank our beloved Chairman Sir, Sri R.S. Muniratinam, Vice Chairman Sir, Sri R.N. Kishore, RMK Group of Institutions, for giving us this privilege to conduct a 2-day webinar on mathematical modeling and applications. I profusely thank our principal, Sir, Dr. T. Rangaraja, for his utmost guidance and support in executing this webinar. I am greatly indebted to thank our head of the Department of Science and Humanities, Dr. K. A. Selvakumaran, sir, for his motivational and inspiration in enabling us to process this intellectual event. I submit my gratitude to the resource person for the day, Dr. Pugalarasu Rajan, for his enlightening and extraordinary precious talk on mathematical modeling in virology. We are all inspired by your great ideas, sir, and we assure that we will try to implement it in the forthcoming days. I am happy to thank all my faculty members who helped and supported us in the smooth conduct of this program. I thank Mrs. Vasuki Devi, the technical team, and appreciate their support. My cordial thanks to all the participants who accepted our invitation, presented themselves today for the participation, and patient listening to the resources of this webinar, and also made this day a memorable one. Dear participants, feedback link will be provided in the chat box. All the participants who attend the webinar are requested to fill the feedback form for both the days without fail to get your participation certificate. Once again, I thank one and all for making this event a grand success. Thank you.